Hi, Florida House Democratic Leader Fentress Driscoll here. How are you? Welcome to our latest edition of our Driscoll Debrief. And you can probably hear that my voice is just a little bit hoarse. And that's because we just finished our campaign kickoff. This is actually my final campaign kickoff as a member of the House of Representatives. And it's so hard to believe that my journey in politics began 6 years ago. Isn't that something? Time truly flies. And so as I looked around the room tonight, I saw so many people who have been with me since day one. I mean, people who knocked doors, or people who were donors, people who volunteered at the polls for us, or even just folks who had an encouraging word at times when the campaign got a little rough. So it's been really interesting to reflect on my time in the legislature. And gosh, we had a room of over 100 people here tonight. It was absolutely incredible. And as I looked around the room, I just kept thinking, and my heart was so full with the diversity that was in the room. And fundamentally, I think that this is something that my counterparts across the aisle miss because they get it wrong. They try to talk about diversity as though that's a bad thing. No, Florida, no, America. Diversity is our strength. And I looked around the room. There were Democrats, there were Republicans, there were independents, there were folks from like every race and nationality. There were folks of every gender identity. I mean, just religious background, you name it, LGBTQ. It was so beautiful. And I'm grateful to everyone who came out. So, for those of you who came to the campaign kickoff and you're watching, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It meant so much to me. It is May in Florida, so it is hot, child. We had our event at this nice, beautiful venue called Rooftop 220 in Tampa near Armature Works. But it was hot. People were coming in and out, and but folks really stayed and supported the event. I feel so supported and appreciated and affirmed in the work that I do. And it was nice to be able to see so many people and volunteers face to face and to be able to say thank you. And I especially have to give a thank you to our host committee who helped and generously contributed towards this event so we can make it a really great event. And I also want to thank the elected officials who came out. I know they're also busy. There are candidates, volunteers, lots of friends, even friends from childhood who came out. Like y'all, my heart is like overflowing um, with love and gratitude and appreciation. And I especially have to give a shout out to the best team in the business. I'm talking Kristen, Jordy, Kat, our volunteer team, Zach, our volunteer team was on point tonight. So I really, really thank them for how hard they worked. Um, and as I reflect on this campaign kickoff, my last campaign kickoff as a member of the House, I try to think about what I want my legacy to be. I've only got 2 more years and then we term out and then I'll be on to other things. And what I want my legacy to be, I mean, I want the legislation that I've passed to have mattered and to help make the world a better place. And I think we're definitely getting there. Like the work that we've done on abandoned African American cemeteries, trying to correct those historic wrongs, the work that we've done providing for sickle cell patients, funding for our historically Black colleges and universities, support of trying to eliminate the wait list for our disabled brothers and sisters who are trying to get their benefits, supporting public education, pushing for lower property insurance rates, affordable housing, all of these things. I'm very proud of the legacy that we'll be leaving. But then the other thing is that I want to, in my role as leader, make sure that we are winning the seats that we need so that there's more balance in government. Because I hear from lots of you all from all across the state, and I know that it's not just a feeling out there. This is a reality that in Florida, we have a state government that's not listening to the people. They're just not. They're pushing their own agenda. They push these culture wars like book bans or, push against the accurate teaching of history. The governor is always pulling one stunt or another, using immigrants to be a brunt of a joke. I mean, none of it is okay. And I know that a lot of you feel like state government is not listening to you. Heck, I serve in state government. I feel half the time they're not listening to me. But I know that if we do the hard work, if we knock on doors, if we talk to our neighbors, if we make sure we're registered to vote, make sure that everybody we know is registered to vote, we can actually build out the change that we need to see. And as I was giving my remarks here at my campaign kickoff, I said to the audience, and I meant this, I am building an army. I am building an army of volunteers, to be very clear, of people who want to put in the time and effort to give of their time, their talent, their treasure to invest in the work that we must do to rebuild the state of Florida. And we got a lot of work to do. We have to win 5 seats in order to break the Republican supermajority. And it is eminently doable. Winning that special election in January, where we elected Representative Tom Keene to the House and flipped a seat from red to blue, that's the first time that Democrats have won a special election legislative seat since 2018. Nobody thought we could do it. How did we do it? How do we beat the odds? We worked together. We worked with the state party, the local party, volunteers from all across the state. Congressman Maxwell Frost lent help to our team. So many of you donated or gave of your time. We proved that when we work together, we can accomplish great things. And now we must work together again to win the 5 seats to break the Republican supermajority in the fall. Why does that matter? Why does that matter to you? And I would say that it matters to you regardless of your political party. It matters because when any one side in the majority has more than 2/3 votes, it means they don't have to listen to the minority at all. They can waive debate. They don't need to come to us for anything. All of their bills pass without our input or their help. And that's not good, because the people of Florida, there are Democrats too, there are independents too. I believe all sides need to be brought to the table and represented when we're talking about governing our state. And so that's my job, and I take it very serious. That is my job as Democratic leader, to go out and raise the resources and run the strategies that are necessary to win more seats. And we will break the supermajority so that our voices have more meaning, so that your voices have more meaning, and so that we get back to a Florida state government. At least we continue building on it, building on that freedom for every Floridian to be healthy, prosperous, and safe. You deserve that. You absolutely deserve that. And that is what we fight for. And that is what I want my legacy to be in the legislature, to have left the world a little bit better than I found it, and to also make sure that we are moving closer in government to having some balance, so that all of our voices matter most or matter more. But I can't do it without you. I'll be very honest. And I had to be honest with my friends and supporters tonight. I need you. I need you to volunteer. Please visit our website, finterestforflorida.com/join or /join. I never know if it's a backslash or a slash, but y'all are smart. You can figure it out. If you go to finterestforflorida.com/join, you can sign up for our volunteer toolkit. We will get you plugged in. There's a list of ways that you can get involved in the campaign, whether it's doing something simple like following us on social media and amplifying our message. If you like these live streams that we've been doing, please make sure you share it on your page. Make sure that you amplify the things that we've been talking about on these live streams. You can give a contribution. Something that I talked to about my friends at the kickoff tonight, there are over 4 million registered Democrats in the state. If each of those Democrats gave at least $1 between now and the election, we'd raise over like $26 million. These problems that we're facing don't have to be insurmountable, but we do have to work together to overcome them. So my ask to you, could you commit to giving $35 a month to my campaign? That'd be super helpful. Or maybe you can find 20 friends who can each give $10 a month. That would amount to over $200 for the course of the campaign. And man, that would be so helpful. Just 20 people giving $10. So just know that no effort's too big, no effort's too small. I even asked the audience, and people laugh every time I say this, but if you know any multimillionaires or any billionaires who want to give and who want to, be the champion and the savior of the Florida legislature and try to bring some balance, please send them my way. I'm not even joking. It's worked twice. It's really all hands on deck. Thank you, Susan, for dropping this important link into the chat. Registertovoteflorida.gov. Registertovoteflorida.gov. That's your weekly reminder, friendly reminder, to register to vote and to make sure that everyone you know is registered to vote too. But yeah, it was an incredible night. I'm feeling good. The energy was so good. I'm so hyped. It's probably going to be hard to sleep tonight. My heart is so full. We had such a great time at the campaign kickoff. And stay tuned tomorrow, where we're going to drop a special new video. It's our sizzle reel that puts together a lot of the work that we've been doing and shows you a snapshot of that in video form. So I'm very excited to share that video with you. It makes me super excited, and I'd love to hear your feedback. But yeah, I guess I'll end it here because I need to go help my team finish with the cleaning up. They've been working so hard all night. But thanks again for tuning in. I really appreciate you. I look forward to this time every week. Um, what else should I tell you? What else have we been up to? Gosh, we had the Ruthless Florida Conference in Miami. That was really incredible this past weekend, where we got to support an organization that helps pro-choice Democratic women run for office. They helped give me my start back in 2018. And so, yeah, I'm feeling like I'm in a full circle moment. So thank you for sharing that with me. All right, I'll sign off now. Stay in touch. If you need us, please don't hesitate to reach out. I mean that. Shoot us an email. You can send us an email at yourvoice@venturesforflorida.com. We always check those and we like to hear your stories. So thank you so much. Everybody take care.